Alright folks, part number 2, and this is number 6. So we have 4 terms here, so this is what we just call a polynomial. You know, it's not a trinomial, it's just a polynomial. We don't have a name for a 4-term polynomial that we primarily use, so we just call it a polynomial. This is a 9th degree polynomial, so we'll just group the first 2 together, group the second 2 together, always keeping that plus sign between them, keep the negative with the sign. When I do that, what do these 2 have in common? X to the 6th, what's left over is x to the 3rd minus 1. What do these 2 have in common? A negative 1, what's left over? X to the 3rd minus 1. So I end up with x to the 6th minus 1 and x to the 3rd minus 1. Once again, we've talked about this, and right now Troy and Sazzle are working diligently. Troy and Sazzle are working diligently to get an answer for the quandary that I asked about this question today in class. But I'm going to approach it as the difference of 2 perfect squares. Why? Because it looks more like a perfect square to me, so I'm going to go with it. So I have difference of 2 perfect squares, so I have x to the 3rd plus 1, x to the 3rd minus 1, and then x to the 3rd minus 1. And matter of fact, that's x to the 3rd minus 1 quantity squared, which is, we'll get into that later. You might want to tinker with that. Gives me x plus 1, gives me x minus 1, gives me x minus 1. It gives me x squared plus x plus 1. Gives me x squared plus x plus 1, and then gives me x squared minus x plus 1. And that's that mess unraveled. Yeah, and so there's the answer to that question. These don't break down any further. They're not factorable, so they're just done. If you have any questions, make sure you come in and see me. I'll be here tomorrow morning at 6:45. You do have a quiz. I make no promises, but I am giving serious thought into making the quiz a take-home. So all of you that have read this and watched this video, then keep the secret. But I don't know yet. I'm not making any promises, but I am at least considering it. The next one that you see will be question number 12.